Because there'll be proof. And sometimes that's all parents need. Parents just need proof that it works. And proof that it works is not you pointing at someone. Because then they'll tell you, okay, but that's them, that's not you.
Yeah, sure.
Proof that it works is you having put in the work and they start to see these milestones. Then they'll say, oh, wait, like, I think it's legit. Know what to share and what not to share.
Oh.
Maybe you're sharing too much, and that's why you're feeling pressure. Because you're sharing too much and now people are on your back. But that business you said you'd start. What is the business? How come it's so... But then you said it was supposed to make $1 million. How come... Maybe you're thinking to yourself, I really just enjoy Instagram. But no, every time you scroll, you see someone just bought a car. Even me, I want a car. And then someone, oh my gosh, the house, look at that. Even me, I want that house. And oh my god, maybe that's the problem.
Recently, someone was asking me, what's the meaning of clock it? And
I
like, what's the meaning of clock it?
Exactly. And I'm...
Right, so what is the one thing that you tell yourself before you get on that big stage or that couch when you're going to share something with us?
I tell myself? I don't think I tell myself anything. I tell God.
Aww.
I'm always like, God, help me out here.
Like woman of God.
Help me out here. And it's never anything like, God, deep shabarakrada. No, like, it's really never that. Like, it's always, I'll just be about to sit and I'm just thinking, hey, God, help me out. Help me out here. Speak through me. Allow me not to butcher and say something that will end my career before it begins.
Yeah.
And that's really all I say. I don't think I tell myself anything. It's like my identity. So I always say I'm an African woman because I love Africa and I love Rwanda, and that's something that I hold so dearly to my heart. I truly believe I was created to serve the continent.
Nice.
So I always say I'm an African woman. I always say I'm Christian. I love life. I truly, life is worth living. Life is so worth living.
Greetings to everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Shout out to everybody, literally everybody, and absolutely everyone that's tuning in from all around the globe. Ayo, are you ready? Guys, let me hope you're doing great. Be it here, be it here, be it here, and here, like everywhere. And yeah, make sure you're seated comfortably with no distraction because today, guys, I don't think you're ready. And just get ready because the mood and the bird are coming together. And welcome to the Mood Bird podcast. Because yes, if it's about having a real conversation, talk about the passion, express your emotion, to always get the motivation and reach our destination, you are right there, and it's right here where all that comes to pass. So I'm not alone in studios. With me is the one and only one. The one whose energy fills the room even before she starts to speak. She's a great speaker, a great thinker, and honestly speaking, one of the most dynamic voices I've come across when it comes to identity, culture, and growth, without forgetting the leadership that she pursues in her daily life. And that's none other than our own Gwiza Audrey.
What a great intro.
What
a great intro. But yeah, it's so exciting to be here.
Right.
Thank you for having me.
Yes.
Happy to be here. It's about to be a 10 out of 10 episode. So
Definitely.
Tune in. Yeah.
Amen. So yeah, welcome Miss Gwiza on Mood Board with us.
Thank
We're happy
you.
to have you on.
Thank you.
So guys, I don't think you're ready for the today's guest, because the today's show, the today's guest, and the topic, oh my God, this is something you've been wrestling with, and that's society expectations versus, authenticity. And before we get into it, I feel like I want to first ask Audrey.
Yeah.
I'm going to take you back into the world of nostalgia, okay?
Yeah.
Some old memories, some childhood memories.
Yeah.
And are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Get into it. Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So what is the one thing that Audrey grew up dreaming to be or dreaming to achieve?
One thing I always dreamt, I don't even know if I want to say always, because I think for a good chunk of maybe from the age of like 9 to like maybe 18, like just those 9 years there, I always wanted to be a lawyer.
Yes.
It was just, that was the dream. I think I always say till this day, there's probably people who are convinced I'm in law school or by now I'm a lawyer because of how badly I want. Oh my goodness, I wore it like a jacket. Like that was my whole personality. I joined debate because of wanting to be a lawyer. I took on classes that aligned with law. It was just, that was the dream. That was my personality. That was everything. And then I remember working at the law firm. And I said, I don't think I want this for myself. Like, I was so bored. Instantly, I walked in and I said, this is not for me.
It's not my thing.
Which is why I highly recommend, do that internship, get into those spaces, know if that's what you really want for yourself, because you'd be surprised. So yeah, I always wanted to do law. I'm not doing law now, obviously.
Yeah.
But I think I'm still in the advocacy space. I always loved the speaking. I'm still in the speaking space. And so what I loved about law, I'm still in that. And so I'm glad it worked out.
Girl, let me tell you. Yeah. Now we can testify that we have Audrey on the Moodboard podcast. And oh my God, that's so interesting. I feel like you were, the kind of people who are like, I'm going to do this. Everything that would be the one thing we would dream about every single time.
Yeah.
And that's so amazing. Do you have like the best memory of like, your childhood that you would tell and retell for forever?
To be honest, I don't know if I could say there's one specific memory, because there's so much that happens. Like when you think of our childhood, it's like there's so much that goes on. Every single day carries its own memories and stories. And you know what I mean? So to narrow it down to one memory, I'd be lying. But I will say that a season in my life, if I could like switch the question a little bit, a season in my life that I look back on a lot is from like grade 5 up until to like grade 10, like S4. Something about those years, like finishing my primary school, starting my secondary school,
getting into high
those
school.
years were like peak. It was so fun. I feel like I laughed more, and life was just so chill, and life was not that serious, and I had my friends, and school was fun, and I feel like those years, a lot of the funny memories or just the really fun things that I think back on, it definitely falls within that season. And so I will say those were like peak years for me, but I can't say a specific moment.
But like speaking of that, thank you so much. It took me back, because do you guys realize how much we used to live in the moment?
Oh, 100%.
Like every time you think of like old memories, you remember all of them because you lived in the moment.
Yeah.
But like nowadays, you go out and all that you're doing is like pictures, like social medias, and once you get home, you can actually remember like, okay, I was with my friends, but you can't recall.
It's a blur.
Like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's a blur. And I think beyond that, it's not even just about living in the moment. There's also a lot of what next. Like you're constantly thinking of like, life is getting serious.
Indeed.
I can't afford to just be like too free and too chill and too loose. And it's like, but yeah, you can. But I think that definitely limits our experiences and just like how we are fully present in them. But being kids, you're kids, man. Like life is so chill. There's really nothing much to plan or think about. And so those are definitely peak years in my life, I will say. Yeah.
Indeed. And actually, that's the reality. Because like nowadays, society has made it so hard on us that once you get into this, then you can definitely go for that. It has set certain expectations. If I would call it like that. And I want to ask you, do you have like a childhood memory that has shaped who you are today?
That too, I think. I wouldn't say there's a specific thing, because here's my belief, and this is not to just switch every question you ask me.
Yes.
But my belief is, when I think about what shapes me, or us as people as a whole,
definitely,
is different memories and different opportunities and different experiences and different environments and different people and different seasons. Like everything contributes to who we are as people. And so I think to think of one specific moment of this huge thing happened in my life and this is what shaped me, I think is very limiting. There's a lot of things that contribute to who I am and still continue to contribute. There's a lot of things that shape who I am. One incident could have happened yesterday and shifted my perspective all of a sudden today. And so I think I can't point to one thing, but I will say that life has presented a lot of things my way, like a lot of different opportunities and a lot of different environments, and they've all contributed in some way. In some bigger than others, for sure, but I can't pinpoint a specific thing. I will say it's just been a lot of things, from school to people to jobs, to literally a lot of things and everything. They contribute to it. And I think we have to be open-minded as people to be able to just accept that, like take that in. Whatever season you're in, whatever situation you're in, think to yourself, like, how can, this is not to be a motivational speaker.
Okay.
Genuinely, I'm just saying it as it is. If you think to yourself, how can this contribute to who I'm trying to become? Or how can this change a couple perspectives or bring light to new perspectives, so you can fully embrace whatever season you're in? Because I feel like life has shown that for sure everything contributes to who you are.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wow, guys.
Yeah.
Guys, I'm learning. Are you? So speaking of experiences, I believe the society has determined, that once you're taking a certain experience, then you're figuring out your confidence, and that's true, and that's the truth. That's the truth, really. But like once you think of it, don't you realize at some point the opportunities that we're getting and the experiences are also like diminishing our personality?
I don't know if I'd blame the opportunities. I think we have a responsibility to stand firm on who we are, regardless. Like, I think life is not fair in general. Like, life is not going to it's not going to pamper you. I think that's how I've always looked at it. And so I think it is your responsibility to pick an opportunity that aligns with who you are. And in the case that may be considered a privilege, because some people will tell you that's a privilege. Like, if, let's say, it's a job, it's like, I need the money. So guess what, Audrey? I can't come and say, I'm going to pick one that aligns with my personality. Exactly. Some people will say that. But I think if you're in a tight spot where you're not able to pick an opportunity that fully aligns with you, this is only if you're in a tight spot, specifically financially.
I know.
If you're in that spot, find other ways where you could pour out in a way that's fueling to you. If you have to do a certain 9 to 5 to survive, and you just need that extra hour or two to do something that could just like allow your personality to shine, allow for you to actually exercise your passions, allow for you to be in spaces that you truly love and feel fueled by, then do that. And so I don't think it's life's responsibility to maintain your personality or what the things that you love. I think it's yours to know the value in that and find time and space to shine in that way.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Ooh, girl. I knew this was gonna be a great podcast. So like speaking of that, this is taking me back to like it's like high school, because now explain to a parent how you were there doing PCB, and out of the blues you're going for fashion because it's your passion. I feel like we have to like, I don't know, if we're going to do some advocacy, I don't know, but like make sure that parents understand, because at the end of the day, there is going for something that's offering, that huge money, and also going for something that makes you feel purposeful, that makes you feel like you're also living. So what's your message to the society?
Message to society sounds so deep. It sounds so serious. I think,
or mainly to parents who still think that you can't change the field, or like if they gave birth to you, they wanted to have a doctor in their family, they wanted to have a priest, and explain how they took you to that one seminar, and you're ending up becoming, I don't know, maybe a teacher, maybe a speaker, because that's what you're actually passionate about.
I will change who I'm addressing. I never address parents. I think it's like you're in a completely different bracket. You're in your own bubble. That's not my niche. It's just not my calling to address parents. But I will address the young people who are in positions where your parents have forced you to do this, or they believe that the only way to success is through this, and you want something completely different. The reason also why I won't address parents is because they have their own mindset that if your parents are clocking 50 or they're clocking 60. I'm a 23-year-old who definitely won't change their perspective. Like, I think it's like you have that belief for so long I'm not willing to fight that battle. But for young people, them being able to see that as well tackles a huge point. If you're not just necessarily going against your parents and being aggressive about it, and realizing, no, genuinely, that's what they believe. That's what they think is right. They're not trying to cage you or make you feel like you need to hate life now. It's genuinely, they love you, and they're thinking to themselves, the only way to success is by being a doctor.
Oh, yeah.
That's what we've known our whole life.
Yeah.
We know just social media and have got to use it, have got to shaka, because in their minds they've never been exposed to it.
I know, too.
And they're at the point in their life where their level of adaptability is so low that trying to convince them on what this whole social media thing is, or whatever it is that you're trying to pursue, is just so far-fetched.
Yeah.
And so if you approach it that way, of my parents don't hate me,
Yeah.
I'm not going to be aggressive, but instead, strategy. That's always my biggest thing. And that's why I always tell the youth, be strategic, find a way.
Like
You know
it.
your parents more than I do. I don't know your parents. I don't know how they like being spoken to. I don't know how they listen best. You know your parents. Find a strategy around it. If it means for the first couple of years you have to balance and do both, then so be it. If it means, I don't advocate to lie or hide things, but if it means not sharing every single one of your steps, maybe you don't have to share every one of your steps.
That's what it takes.
Whatever it takes, find that and be strategic. But also, the biggest thing has never had to do with parents.
Wow.
That's never the biggest limitation. I always say the biggest limitation is people lacking the boldness. You lack the boldness.
Elaborate
to
more,
pursue
elaborate more.
What you want to do. And I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
When I've been privileged enough to not have my family or even society really to be against what I want to do.
Yeah.
But I also live a very unconventional life. I told you
Like,
something
yeah, definitely.
earlier today. I was telling her I wouldn't recommend half of the decisions I've made, not because they're wrong, just because they take a certain level of boldness, and unless you're willing to stand 10 toes down, they can be pretty unconventional.
Yeah.
And so I know that I'm privileged in that regard. But I also will say that I've tried out multiple things that, let's say, my parents or just like different people have not fully understood or are fully accepting of because they don't fully understand it.
Yeah.
And even in those seasons, it's taken boldness to stand 10 toes down. This thing, I believe in it. I have this vision, understanding that you carry this vision and it's only you that's carrying that vision.
Definitely.
Don't expect everyone else to see it the way you do. But are you willing to put in the work to deliver in the way that you see it? If you carry this huge vision, are you willing to put in the work? When people come and they're questioning you, are you willing to defend yourself or not to stay calm and walk off and be okay with that? When you're on social media and people are just like throwing all types of
What
words
kind of
at
content
you.
these days?
What is she doing?
Yeah.
What does she believe this is going to turn into? Does she really think she's going to be successful? When people are saying all these things, are you going to compose yourself? Are you going to keep doing it anyway? Or are you going to shrink? And that's why I say the biggest thing is boldness. It has nothing to do with all society and parents and da-da-da-da-da. If you feel like you love this thing,
Yeah.
and if you truly have a vision that it could go far, and you're willing to put in the work ethic and to put in the work and to show up daily to build that vision, it will come to pass. And I say that and someone is going to think, oh, what do you mean? Da, 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 da. But 100%. I'm not saying it as just Audrey. I'm saying it from, like, all the people that we've seen.
Actually,
you know what I mean?
Definitely.
And so, honestly, I think we're overly consumed by what people think. We're overly concerned by
The society.
people agreeing with us, and whether it's your parents or it's your friends or whatever.
Conformity.
Exactly. Whether it's your parents or it's your friends or whatever, it doesn't really matter. If you believe in it enough, you're going to push through. Now, if there's limitations, like let's say you're in school,
Yeah.
they've told you, we won't pay for your tuition if you don't do PCB.
Hey.
Like, because there's that too. There's people who tell you, Audrey, you don't understand. This is deep. Like,
It's my money.
it's my.
Like,
They'll tell
what
you
you mean?
exactly. I won't. You want to go to art school? Art school. I won't pay for art school. And if it's in that case, and you're truly limited, you're young, you don't have the funds, you know you can't
Yeah.
pay for yourself. Okay, do
Go
that
for
PCB.
it, go for it.
But while you're doing it, start a side project.
Correct.
Get into art somewhere. Start your painting or start your music.
Right.
And make excellence your biggest thing. If you've truly said, you know what, I have no choice but to do this course, do it excellently. And on the side, start your project. Start writing. When I started speaking and even writing, I was doing it while in business school. And it's like, I
Yes.
knew I'm not going to drop business school now and start doing comms or whatever that I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I felt like I was too far out, and I was like, no, I'm still going to succeed at business school. I'm still going to finish on time, but I also have the space to now explore all these other things that I love. I think we limit ourselves and think you can only do one thing. No, you can do what you're being forced to do. Only in this, and I'm only speaking from a place of if genuinely there's no way out.
There is no way, yeah.
Because I'm not unrealistic. There's some people who genuinely will tell you, no, I'm young, my parents have refused to pay tuition, this is the only way. As you're going through this course that they're forcing you to do, start looking for scholarship.
Right.
Look for scholarships in the things you truly want to do. I promise you, once you get 100% scholarship, what can they now say? You're now being funded. If you start your side project, and it starts to succeed. It starts to work out. Like I'm telling you, when I first started doing this whole speaking thing, I had a few people here and there. They're not really discouraging, but they didn't really see the vision. I'd be like, I would say, maybe more. What do you mean? Social media, it's so serious, it's so out there. And the moment I start getting recognized, the moment the videos start to hit certain amount of views, the moment people are like, oh wait, you know Audrey, and
we always knew, by the way, that has been like into your nerves. They prove you like, girl, that was your thing.
Listen, honestly, that's how it starts to feel. Like once people start noticing, once you get any type of milestone, then even the people who were not really fully on board, they're like, you know what? Maybe she's not wrong. Like, so they'll get on board. So if you're in a tight situation, get that side project. Once it starts to work out, everyone will be on board. Every single one of them, because there'll be proof. And sometimes that's all parents need. Parents just need proof that it works. And proof that it works is not you pointing at someone. Because then they'll tell you, okay, but that's them, that's not you. Proof that it works is you having put in the work and they start to see these milestones. Then they'll say, oh wait, like, I think it's legit.
You can actually go for it.
You can go for it. And so, again, don't limit yourself. Find means. If you want something bad, I'm such a firm believer. If you want something badly enough, you will find a way. You just have to have that boldness, have that determination, and it's gonna work out for you.
And go for it.
That was a very long answer, child.
But like,
let's focus.
We're going to get like more books and like hand them to you for you to like, sign, because girl, this is some great knowledge. And having you on my podcast, girl, everybody should tune in. Like, what you mean? Anywho, how do you define authenticity in your own words?
Authenticity is being true to who you are, being true to yourself, being true to what you love. I think saying authenticity completely takes out the idea of influence is a lie, because I think we're all influenced to a certain degree, like whether it's by the people you surround yourself by, or just your culture or your religion or whatever that it is, you're going to be influenced. Your ways of thinking will be influenced by something every single day too. And so that would be unrealistic to say. But I think it's about intentionality and how you filter out that influence. Are you able to take a second and think to yourself, in a world where everyone is giving an opinion, do I even have my own? Or am I just speaking from everyone else's opinion? Do I sit in silence enough to think, wait, what do I love? Last year, I remember I like to just like go on walks. So I'm just walking.
Hey, you alone. Nice.
By myself. I'm just walking. And then I'm thinking to myself, like, Khadija, I don't even know exactly what it was. And I remember just thinking, Audrey, why do you even love this? Do you even love this? I couldn't even tell you what it was. But I remember pausing and thinking, Audrey, I don't even think you love this. Like, it was a specific thing. And I think a lot of us need to have more of those realizations. I think it was just convenient. It's not that I enjoy it. I think it's because my best friend loves it. It's not that I enjoy it. I think it's because my parents have had me do it my whole life. It's not because I enjoy it. We see it with so many different things. And so authenticity is being able to filter, being able to live an intentional life, and being able to be reflective enough to know who you are, what you want, and what you believe in. And from there, you're able to build something that's truly you. And I think for that to happen, you have to be on that journey every single day. Because we consume so much. Social media, we consume so much. This generation, we consume so much. You know why? Because this generation is constantly speaking. Everyone is a podcaster.
Like, everybody is a content creator.
Everyone is a content creator. Everyone is a speaker.
Like,
and so because of that, because of how outspoken this generation is, we take in so much that generally if you don't take a second or two to really
digest
and see what you really want, you get lost in the sauce. So I think it's really important to take that minute. So that's what authenticity is to me.
Nice.
Yeah.
Actually, that's the perfect meaning.
Yeah.
And now, talking about authenticity, look at someone who has been having this huge support from their family, their friends, and now out of the blues because they want to join something else that they're not, being supported by, and now they don't have anyone on their side. Okay, they're just themselves. Okay, and yes, they have to be themselves if that's the path that you're taking, if that's right, if that's what you're willing to go for, then that's great. But like, don't you think it's bringing in depression? Don't you think it's bringing in a lot of doubt instead of confidence?
I mean, my answer is very strict, and I'm trying to find the nicest way to say it possible because I don't want problems.
It's actually not your answer, but like people who are watching, okay? Because we have like different incidences. There are people who really have the support, but there is someone who had all the best friends, all the gang, over them, and now because they're joining, let's say, music, they're like, girl, go for it, but we're not with you. And the moment it starts shrinking, it's not failing.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, yeah, we told you, like,
and
we told you.
The reason I'm saying my answer is because I have such a strict way of looking at life that I'm just like, what's the nicest way possible to tell you that it really doesn't matter? That's all I'm thinking to myself. It doesn't matter. And do you know why? I always think to myself, there's billions of people in this world.
Yeah.
And this is only if you know that this is what you want to do. And the moment you step into it, you feel like people are falling off. If you know that you know that's what you want to do, then it wouldn't matter. Because there's so many people in this world that you'll always find your circle. Yeah. If your current circle is not in alignment with your growth, then they gotta go. Nice. That's the cost of it. Nice. And that's perfectly fine. I think this whole idea of, I'm going to like stay in bed all day, I never get up because people don't like me anymore, and my friends, they just don't believe in my vision, and that whole idea, I'm all by myself, and how will life continue? That whole idea will be extremely limiting for you.
Yeah.
Because when you think of climbing the ladder, whatever that ladder means to you, whether it's corporate or it's any other form of growth, naturally, it will always come with a cost. There'll always be a cost. Whether it's the cost of, time that you get to spend on coffee dates, or it's at a cost of certain friends, or it's a cost of whatever it is.
Yeah.
There'll always be a cost. Now, before you go on any journey, whether it's taking on this passion or building this thing or starting this project, before you go on it, sit with yourself and say, what's the cost I'm willing to take? If that's a word. Like, what am I willing to let go of?
Yeah.
What am I willing to do to get where I want to get?
Oh my God.
Now, if people are not part of it, if you're like, no, I can't afford to lose my friends, then forget your dream. Because that's okay too. That's perfectly fine. I'm not going to come and hold you. Please just dream. Forget
Be my friend.
Exactly. Like, please forget the dream. If you're not willing to lose a little 1, 2, 3 people on the way, forget the dream. Clearly, you don't care about it enough. But if you do, if you really do, you know there's a cost. And if the cost is a couple people here and there, for as long as you're morally sound, you know that because there is nothing that's like immoral that you've done.
You still feel fair with your heart.
Exactly. Like with yourself, you know you're at peace. You know you're doing the right thing. This is simply something you're chasing that you believe in. If a little 1, 2, 3 people don't believe in it, it's perfectly fine. Let them go. And you're going to find people ahead of you. And that's what I started by saying. There's billions of people in this world.
Yeah.
There's people that God is going to send your way ahead of you.
Amen.
And you're going to step into that. And honestly, like, you're going to step into that season and you're going to find people who you least expected. They're going to support you. They're going to uplift you. They're going to pour into you. They're going to fuel you. And it's like, sometimes it's actually a good thing that people are falling off. Because maybe those would have been the same people who stopped you from getting to the furthest you could have ever gotten. And so to people who are stressed out about that, I think spend more time with yourself. See how badly you want the thing that you're chasing. And
spend more time with yourself.
Yeah, to see how badly you want the thing you're chasing. Because you realize that if you want it bad enough, the people, of course, it will hurt a little bit. You're like, these are my friends. I don't want to lose them. But it's, Diga, usibje even that. Forget you in the project, even life in itself. You know, when you're growing, naturally there's a people who
There's
fall
no
off.
one day actually at the end of the day. Because think of your Oliver friends. I won't
They're not all here.
Exactly.
Exactly. So
And like
naturally, with
nothing
life,
bad happened really. It's
you
just that
won't
life
lose
happened.
yourself. Exactly. Sometimes life just happens, friendships fade, seasons change. Sometimes you get to a certain step and you're just like, you know what? This friendship no longer serves me. And you won't even cause drama, nothing. It will just fall off. You won't even realize how you stopped. You just say, hey, we used to talk every day and now we talk once in 2 weeks and then, before you know it, it's once in a year. And then before you know it, when was the last time I spoke to them? Just because of
That's when you
growth.
realize that, they're having a wedding and
You remember? Oh my gosh, we used to be so close.
I know, we
years
used
ago.
to be best friends.
Exactly. And so I think life in itself, a lot of friendships fade. Some are meant to be for a lifetime, and we're grateful for those. But for those that fade, honor them in the season that they were in. And for this next step of your life, if you feel like they're falling off, it's okay.
Oh my God.
Let's move on. Let's be excited for this new chapter. And let's be hopeful that you're going to meet people who will serve you in that season.
Yeah, definitely.
And so, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So wow, this has just taken me to
Yeah.
this Gen Z, okay, where everything has become aura. Girl, let me tell you, society expectations. At the end of the day, people will go for them because of the aura, okay? Because I'm looking for the aura. What do you mean? I'm not going to dress, okay?
Yeah.
I'm not going to put on that suit. I'm not going to, to go for that match. Not because not because I really want to go there,
Yeah.
but because of the aura. How do you define aura in your own words?
Let me tell you, when it comes to aura, I think I don't follow trends enough to even know what social media defines aura to be.
Yeah.
I have never used that word. I don't even know how to use it. I don't know the context they use it in. I genuinely couldn't tell you. I feel like I just woke up one day and it's like, I'm seeing this whole aura somewhere. And I'm just like, what is even going on?
What is it?
By nature, I'm not really into like trends and
like locked in.
no, I'm really not. Like, it's honestly, I feel like it's been tiring. My friends always tell me, you're so old, like for your age. Like, why are you so disconnected from these things? And I really am.
Yeah.
And so, by social media terms, I couldn't tell you. But by dictionary, when I think of the word aura, by dictionary, and I won't even quote the dictionary or anything like the dictionary like that, but I will say by dictionary, what comes to mind for me is presence. Aura is a presence.
Nice.
And for me, I have never understood how it's associated with dressing or makeup. I don't know.
With walking. What do you mean?
I don't know. And to be honest, that's another thing. Let me rant for a second. That's another thing about social media. People come up with things, they trend, they get all over social media, but if you really look into them, they don't even make sense. Like, truly. And I'm not even saying aura is one of them. It might be, but
Like recently, someone
Yeah.
was asking me, what's the meaning of clock it? And
Yeah,
I was
like-
what's the meaning of clock it?
exactly. And I'm not willing to jump onto something that I don't understand. And it's just like the same thing with aura. I think we use it in the wrong way in terms of English, just as a language. I think we're using it in the wrong way. Because for me, I think to myself, actually, let's search it out. Let's just get a second and say,
let's get our own
what does
definition.
aura actually mean? Because this is not me getting on a tangent. It's just genuinely, I want to understand what it means.
Aura,
The distinctive atmosphere, energy, or vibe that seems to surround and emanate from a person, place, or thing. With that being said, that's your answer. I really don't know how else to like use it. I've always thought of a presence, which I guess could be energy or like atmosphere or whatever, but it's just, I think it's used so loosely. But I guess in a way, to answer you beyond the actual meaning and to tie it back to authenticity, it should be something that you carry within yourself. Haven't you seen people who would be like, oh my goodness, this person walked in and there's such a light? You've heard people say that.
And like naturally, girl.
Yeah,
They
it's
didn't
just who they
force
are.
it. It's just that nice.
Genuinely. Or someone will walk in and you just be like, oh my goodness, this person has a level of serenity and they're so calm that when I'm around them, I just feel at peace.
Okay,
There's some people who
girl.
genuinely have that by themselves.
And
like,
actually,
there's
yeah,
no,
like naturally,
there's
it
no
just
amount of
flows.
dressing that you could do that could give you that. And so, again, reflecting it back to the actual meaning or what comes to mind, I think it's something that should be within you by nature. It's not something you can create. It's not something that you can copy from the next person. It's none of that. I think it's something that you carry.
Yeah.
It's this form of light or whatever that is that you carry that God created you with.
Wow.
And that in a way is supposed to help you fulfill your purpose in some way. but I don't think it's something that could be like emulated. It's just, I don't know. That's just for me. But again, guys, I don't follow trends enough for me to.
But actually, that's the actual meaning. It's just like, we go with trends are like aura.
Overuse. People are overusing it. That's the issue.
Like, definitely.
Yeah.
Like, I was watching this reel.
Yeah.
It was this brother with his sister. And he was like, after spending the whole day with my sister, then everything was this. That's when he realized, like, why is the whole shebang of
like, what does that even mean? I don't know. I don't follow trends enough, to be honest. But yeah, that's that. And
I feel like at some point, that's where, the expectations also come from.
Yeah.
Because what you're feeding, what you're pouring yourself into, that's what you're going to
want to tie yourself to.
Definitely.
Yeah,
thank you. Anywho, what would be your message to someone who's still figuring life, figuring it out with themselves, with what they want to do, with what their passion is? Because genuinely speaking, every time when you speak about purpose, every time we're speaking of confidence and all that, there are people who are still like, what's actually my purpose? What's my purpose? What's my future usefulness? There are people who are still, trying to figure out things. And what would be your message to them?
I think I would say we're all trying to figure out a lot about ourselves. I don't think it ever stops. And we're constantly developing as people that who you are at 20 is not who you'll be at 30. Oh. And so if you move by your definition at 20, once you hit 40, now you'll be confused. You won't know what to do with yourself. And so we're constantly evolving as people. A lot of things shape that. And so you have to be open-minded enough and embrace the journey of getting to know who you are. Embrace it for what it is. If it takes you a couple years, that's fine. If it takes you a couple days, if it takes one light bulb moment, sure. I think embrace it for what it is and enjoy the process. I always think to myself, it's like when you're falling in love with someone, or when you see a baby and they're just developing their personality. It's so fun getting to know this person. It's like, it's this person that you're falling in love with, or it's this baby, or whatever. It's just, you get to look at them and it's just like, oh my goodness.
Just like natural.
Every single day, I get to learn something new about you. And tomorrow they'll say something else and you think to yourself, oh my goodness, I didn't know that. I didn't know you took your coffee with 3 sugars instead of 1. Like, just all these little things. And so the same way you would embrace that journey, embrace it with yourself. If you wake up one day and just like, this doesn't serve me anymore. I don't enjoy this. Or I've actually always loved this, but I never explored it enough. Get that chance, fall in love with that and explore it. And so fall in love with the journey. And in terms of people not knowing their purpose yet, I wish there was a book that we could all read. And it's like at the end of the book, we all know what we're created to be. But I believe that we're all created for something.
There is beauty in figuring it out.
There really is.
I know.
And even beyond that, I believe we're all created for something. I believe as human beings, God, every single time he was going to create someone, he said, I'm creating this one because there is this assignment that they have to fulfill.
Yeah.
I firmly believe that. Now with that, God can't create you for an assignment and not reveal it to you. It's just a matter of time. There's some people he'll reveal it when they're 10 in a powerful dream, and there are others who'll reveal it at 13.
Amen.
It could be someone else who it's at 30. It's I don't know. People get revealed to in so many different ways at different times. And so embrace it and know that it will come. And another thing is, often there are hints. God can't give us an assignment that he won't place a certain level of passion for it. There's a glimpse, but even a passion for it. When I think of speaking now, I think to myself, growing up, I wanted to be a lawyer. But why did I love law?
Actually, that's a small hint of what you're doing.
Exactly. Like, why did I? And for me, it took so many years for me to actually connect the two. I remember thinking, why did I love law? What I loved most about law was, one, standing up for people who didn't have the strength to stand up for themselves, but speaking as well. Those were the two things that I was most passionate about. It had nothing to do with the laws. It had nothing to do with none of that. It was standing up for people who can speak up for themselves and speaking. And that in itself was a sign. I may have been trying to connect. The world was helping me and trying to connect it to, you know what, since you love speaking, do law. And then so I word like a whole thing. But that's what I mean by hints.
Yeah.
if God wants you to do something, He's going to make you enjoy it slightly. He's going to plant that in you. Because if you're not a robot, He's not going to force you to do something you don't want to do.
Yeah.
There's going to be a level of likability. Is that a word? But liking it just from a little bit. Or when they'll say, oh, when you're a child, you were so energetic. When you're a child, you always used to play with a ball. And it's like, you're a soccer player. When you're a child, you always used to be argumentative.
Connected together once you're a dad.
Yeah, and honestly, most people get connected after it has happened. But it's like, that's God's way of giving you hints and signs.
Yeah.
Or people say things over your life, like, oh, when I see you, you just give designer. And it's like, what do you mean you give?
Oh.
And for real, you end up in that path. People will say things that will serve as hints. You will love things that will serve as hints. You'll be put in environments that will serve as hints. And so I think there's always that glimpse that God will give you and a passion that you have for it. I think it's a matter of being intentional enough to pick up on the patterns. But in the instance that you feel like you really can't pick up on the patterns, just continue to do. Everyone likes something, Yeah. Do what you love. Do it well. Let it not just serve you, but serve others. And I think with time, you'll be able to discover that. And it won't be I think when we talk about purpose, people think of this big, powerful, there was a light and then there was trumpets and then it's like, it's rarely like that.
Like Mr. Sina Gerard, I'm like, oh, maybe that's what my purpose should look like.
And that's maybe what it should look like. No. And so I think it's a matter of time. Do the things you love. And with time comes clarity. And so for anyone who is waiting to find that, I truly do hope you find your clarity and that it comes every single day, because again, we're never off the journey of discovering who we are, what we're created for.
Really love that
and
for
so I
you.
think you just have to enjoy that. Yeah.
Nice. I love the fact that you kept on talking about growth. Like growth doesn't stop from any time. Okay, you can still grow at any richness, at any efficiency, at any. Well, I really love that for you, and I love that from my people who are tuning in, because from now on you already know what you're going for: growth. Of this podcast, like since day one, when you talked about this episode and the topic, I was like, I really want to ask you this one question, and I felt like the whole reason behind everything is pressure. Because once you have this big career, your own, you're like, you have this huge money, and once you're maybe in this certain college, there's a lot of expectations. So I feel like the whole reason behind it is the pressure. So how would people, battle out with pressure coming from society, from family, from friends? Back to what we said earlier, but the emphasis of pressure. I feel like it's what's there pressuring and striking the most.
I think know who you are as a person and what affects you most. If you know that I'm overly consumed by pressure, know what to share and what not to share. Maybe you're sharing too much, and that's why you're feeling pressure. Because you're sharing too much and now people are on your back. But that business you said you'd start. What is the business? How come it's so... But then you said it was supposed to make $1 million. How come... Where's $1 million? You don't even have 1,000.
Your house is sold the same. How come
You said there's a house you're building. Where's the house?
And where's the bride?
And where's the bride? Now, maybe the problem is you're speaking too much.
Right.
So there's that. Filter what you say and what you don't say.
Right.
Maybe the problem is you're too consumed by social media. You're doom scrolling. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe you need to delete that Instagram account. Maybe that's why you feel pressure.
Oh my God.
Maybe you're thinking to yourself, I really just enjoy Instagram. But no, every time you scroll, you see someone just bought a car. Even me, I want a car. And then someone, oh my gosh, the house. Look at that. Even me, I want that house. And oh my God. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe you just need to leave social media and you don't know how to control yourself. Back to the conversation. Maybe the problem is you're not confident enough in what you're building.
Yeah.
Maybe the problem is you lack boldness. and you're not bold enough, and you need to work on that. Maybe there's just so much. Maybe you put people on a pedestal. And this specific person, the way I value them and I respect them, if they come and tell me this, now I have to keep up with what they said. So maybe you're putting people too up beyond where they should be. And so I think you need to know yourself as a person, know what's making you feel that pressure. And then work around that. Because for me, I could tell you what stops me from feeling pressured, and I could say it's simply confidence. I believe way too much into myself and into my dream to feel pressured. Can't lie, that's really what it is. But that works for me. I may tell that to someone else whose problem is they're scrolling and consuming way too much, and to them that doesn't work for them, because them they'll keep scrolling and keep feeling pressured. So maybe you need to let that go. So I think you need to know what is causing the pressure. Where is it coming from? Whether within yourself or what you're consuming or the environment that you're in, then start shutting it off. Is it your friends? Maybe your friends are the ones who are overdoing everything. They're pressuring you. Do you need to let some go?
The hardest truth.
I'm just saying. It could be multiple things that I think you need to gauge the situation. There's no one answer that fits all. And then just take it from there.
Just take it from there.
Yeah.
Like, period. I feel like this serves the purpose of this podcast, the intentionality. It embodies everything, the intentionality, the purpose, like people coming together and learn, have fun, because what do you mean? Because what do you mean there's no fun? Like, thank you so much. Now we're wrapping it from the topic part to the part of getting to know you. Okay, so the first question is how would you describe yourself to someone who doesn't know you, like, completely, beyond social media, beyond what we see, beyond the motivation of how to get your work on the first interview and all that?
Yeah. I would say the first thing I always start with is I'm an African woman, and that may seem obvious from the outside, but it's something that I definitely wear as like my identity. So I always say I'm an African woman because I love Africa and I love Rwanda, and that's something that I hold so dearly to my heart. I truly believe I was created to serve the continent.
Nice.
So I always say I'm an African woman. I always say I'm Christian because for everything that I do. And in a lot of things that I speak about, I don't think I've ever been on a podcast or been a part of anything and not mentioned God, because I think that's everything for me. And so I'm Christian. And then something else I'd say is I'm a lover of life. I love life. I love life. I truly, life is worth living. Life is so worth living. And I always say I'm a lover of life because, again, something else that could just seem, but no, it's such a big part of me. I'm extremely optimistic in a lot of things. As much as I'm a realist, I'm also really optimistic. I find joy in a lot of little things you can't imagine. I have a lot of faith and I have a lot of peace in my heart over a lot of things because life is worth living. I love living life. I just know at the end of my chapter, at the end of my life, I'll think back and think, I'm so glad I got to live life. Aww. Because that's generally what it feels like. And it's not even the glamorous things. And I get to travel every day. And those are nice too. Yeah. But for me, it's just, I wake up in the morning, and honestly, I know it's trying to sound cringe. I genuinely mean this. I wake up in the morning. Like the other day, I woke up and I went for tennis and it was 6 a.m. And I remember just feeling the breeze. And I was like, the air is so fresh. Look at the sun coming out. Look at the sunrise. Just hear the birds.
In Africa. Who does that?
And I think people are so stressed out all the time.
That's what we think about.
Exactly, that they forget to just enjoy life. Definitely. It's really the little things. You just go for a walk and you think to yourself, wow. And even just friends, I get to spend an evening with some friends and I'm laughing and I go home and I'm just thinking, wow, life is so worth living. And so I'm a lover of life. I'm a Christian girly and I'm an African girly. And I think those are 3 things that come to mind beyond career or things I'm passionate about. I think those are 3 things I would say.
I'm inspired. Okay, we you go sing. All right, so let's think you're presented with 3 Audreys, okay? Yeah. The one from 2K12, the one from 2K20, and the one from 2K24. What is the one thing that they all have in common?
Visionary. like all three Audreys are visionary, and all three Audreys carry the same vision. It's never changed. I think it's looked in different ways. It's the shape has always seemed a little different, but the vision has always been the same. The only difference is 2012 Audrey had this vision. She had absolutely no idea how she was going to get there. She thought the way she would get there would be through law.
Yeah.
And then 2020, it's okay, I'm going to start college. I'm excited. I think this vision is going to, really get there. Extremely optimistic of what the world, has in store for me. And the world is my oyster. Da, 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 da. But still lacking a lot of clarity.
I know.
Now, 2024,
Yeah.
I just completed college.
Ooh!
And I remember thinking, I just completed. Now for real. Whatever I thought the world was my oyster in 2020, now for real, it's my oyster for real.
Nice.
And I had been working, and I'm making money. I can afford to do a lot of things that I like. But also, life felt like it slowed down for me, and I was able to get more clarity. So then it gets into 2025, and I feel like I got more clarity there. That's the most clarity I've ever had. Last year was really a year of clarity for me. But through it all, Audrey has been visionary. I've always had vision. I've always known, or at least had a rough idea of what I'm chasing. I've never moved through life aimlessly. Even as a child, I remember being really, really young and thinking, no, I really want to do this. And oh my goodness, my family could tell you, Audrey, I would come and say, I really want to do this. And one day I'm going to do this, and I'm going to be this, and I would say all these things. And so I think that's something I would say. I've always been visionary across years, probably even before 2012. And I was pretty young then. And so that's what I would say.
Why did I say 2012?
Oh, 4 years.
I know, it's so random.
Yeah.
And I don't know how you're going to connect this, but I know you will find a way.
Yeah.
So connect a life, since you wear glasses, connect a life with and without glasses on your life.
My life with or without glasses?
Not with eye issues, okay? Find a way. I don't know.
I actually think it's really easy. It's clarity. Just like I'm saying. I think when you have glasses on, life gets a lot clearer.
Nice.
Without glasses on, it's a blur. Just like our sight, it's a blur. And so I think the way glasses are a tool, it's like there's so many things in life that you have to put on to get that clarity. Okay. And again, that's not me sounding cringe or being a motivational speaker, but clarity comes from a multitude of things.
Yeah.
Take on that internship. Take on that opportunity. Attend that conference. Have that coffee date with someone that you admire.
Yeah.
Pray more. There is so much that brings clarity. Just like putting on glasses, your vision is going to get clearer. You have to put on a lot of things. You have to attend a lot of things. You have to do a lot of things that's going to give you that clarity. Tying it back to the whole idea of purpose, a lot of people think they're going to be laying down one day or sitting in an office and then boom, now you know.
I know.
And really, for the most part, it doesn't play out that way. And so are you willing to take on so much that this journey is going to throw at you to get that clarity that you're looking for? And so it feels that way with the whole glasses, no glasses thing. It feels like you go for that conference, you go for that workshop, and I don't know if you wear glasses, but when you're going to the doctors, they have you trying on these different they have you, we do wear glasses, but not those type of glasses.
Okay. I had to show off.
When you they got shades. When you go to the doctor's office, they put on a lens, and they'll ask you, is that lens clear? And you tell them, now I can see the A, but the B is not clear. And they'll take it off and they'll put on another lens. And every time they put on a lens, your vision gets clearer and clearer and clearer and clearer. And so I think to myself, just like the doctor's office with life, you're going to try on the first lens, and it's like, oh, wait, I feel like now I kind of know what I'm going to do. And that's a workshop. It gets you a step closer. And you'll go for a coffee date, lens number 2.
Coffee date.
And you'll think,
coffee date with Audrey now.
But coffee dates specifically with people who generally inspire you and can contribute to your growth. You put on lens number 2 at that coffee date, and you think, oh, it's getting clearer. And you'll take that course, and oh, it's getting clearer. And you'll go for that training, and oh, it's getting clearer. And I think with time, it won't be half as fast as it is at the doctor's office, but you will get more and more clarity with time. And I think that's just how life is. Not even just for career, I think for growth in general, for life, for you to understand it better, you have to be willing to just go putting on all these different things, putting yourself in different spaces for you to get more and more clarity.
Yeah, acting like I don't know. What's your go-to hairstyle?
Just a little short natural hair. Not because I have it on right now, but to be honest, I told you, I love getting my nails done. I don't have my nails done today, but I love getting my nails done. I love purses. I love perfumes.
Ooh,
those are like my top 3.
And guys, let me tell you, the room smells like Audrey is in the room.
Thank you. It's like the best compliment you could give me. But those are like top 3.
It's alright.
But those are like top 3 things for me. Now, when it comes to hair, the reason I'm saying that, hair, kabisa, I want bare minimum. I don't want to wake up every day and like get my hair done and no. So whatever requires the least amount of effort, sign me up. And that's just like a short hair. In fact, this is too long. Shorter. Anything that could get me up in the morning, just do a little and then walk out. That's ideal for me. Yeah.
You talked a lot of walking, right?
Yeah.
So when you're walking, what are the 2 things that you're looking for and that you are thinking about? What are they?
There's nothing that's constant. Most times when I go for a walk, I'm just, it's a nice day, it's a beautiful day. Let me go on a walk.
Yeah.
Or it's like, I need to get my steps in. I didn't work out, let me get some steps in. So I'm never really on a mission. You know, there's some people who, when they're really mad or very frustrated, they're like, oh no, I have to go for a walk. I need to let go. That's not me. Like, I don't walk to let go of anything or no, it's just for vibes, really. And when I'm on this walk, there's just a multitude of things that come to mind. I don't think there's anything that's constant. But I will say it's very reflective. Most times when I'm walking, I'm reflecting on different things. And most of the time, that determines what I write about. So I actually get a lot of great ideas to write when I'm on a walk. Because then most of my pieces are reflective.
Same with me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I ignore taking bikes or something because I want to like think and collect ideas.
Exactly. Like there's a lot of ideas. So there's writing and then even just projects. Like, Audrey, maybe we should do this. Yeah, so there's a lot of like different things. I don't know if I could say one specific thing, but I take a lot of reflective walks. Maybe that could answer. Yeah.
Definitely. That's so amazing.
Yeah.
So you're going to tell something to this one viewer who is tuning in maybe 2015 from now, okay, on the Moodboard podcast.
2015?
In the next.
Oh, in the next
years.
15.
Yeah.
Okay. So on what though? Like I'm thinking to myself, the next 15 years, that's so far out. I can think of what to tell myself in the next 15 years.
Yeah.
But what to tell someone that's random?
Definitely.
I don't know what to
You
tell
will go.
them.
You will go with what you want.
Yeah, because I think, actually no, we'll do it to someone. Because I think there's something that's universal that's coming to mind. I'm thinking to myself, the next 15 years from now, there'll be so many resources, so many tools. The economy in hopes will be booming, so there'll be lots of opportunities.
I know.
And so I truly hope that as you're listening to this, because life has presented a lot more opportunities to you, a lot more resources, I hope you're doing something that serves you. And I hope you're doing it with excellence, because you're able to do more. And I hope you're showing up in a way that not only serves you and your people in that generation, but that serves people in the next 15 years. And something that's sustainable. And I hope you're building a legacy and building something that could stand beyond time. Even as you're watching this 15 years from now, I hope the next 100, whatever you're building is able to still be there. So yeah, that's my little message.
Last, thank you. Second last, what's your go-to drink and food or like a snack?
Drink. I'll tell you a really sad story.
I feel like it's gonna be coffee.
I'm gonna tell you, it's not even coffee. Let me tell you a really sad story.
Yeah.
So I'm rediscovering what I like because I recently drastically changed my eating and drinking. So now because of that, I'll tell you what I used to love, because now I don't even know anymore. I used to love a good Red Bull. That was like my guilty pleasure. I know it's unhealthy. That's why I stopped. But I loved a Red Bull. I could take multiple cans in a day. Early in the morning, late at night, I don't care. I would take a Red Bull. But now since life, I'm trying to be better. I haven't taken Red Bull in probably a year. No. So actually, surprisingly, I think I'm tapping more into tea. Like just African milk tea.
No sugar.
No sugar.
Great.
With ginger, some cinnamon,
Ooh.
a little nutmeg, something with flavor. I think now with the whole no sugar thing, I think I'm taking more milk tea because it feels like a comfort drink. I think the milk here feels slightly sweet, so it almost like helps. But napo, I wouldn't say it's my favorite drink. I think I'm just learning to.
So
That's what brings me.
different,
Yeah,
yes.
it's that's what brings me the most comfort in this season of my life.
Nice.
And then food.
And we love the season.
The what?
The season.
The
we
season
love,
really do. Food. I don't know if I have a
Like
favorite
a
food
snack.
or a snack. Again, I loved sugar. Like I would have said pastries, but guys, I haven't had pastries in months. So I could have told you a cake or something, but I don't know. I think, guys, I just eat to live, to survive, to have energy. I don't think I'm a foodie. I don't think I love
Like
anything.
love food.
It's just we gotta eat to survive, So I'm just gonna eat. But
Me, get me some good donuts and some good
I really
yogurt.
love donuts.
I am there.
Really?
Very much.
I can't remember the
Latin.
last time I had yogurt.
Yay!
Genuinely.
Like very much Latin. It's my go-to
Oh, wow.
and I come back to.
Oh wow, I love that. Please enjoy it by all means. I hope someone surprises you with donuts soon. I wish I knew. I would have brought you donuts.
It was a Kuri podcast.
Can you imagine?
I'm
There
expecting
you go.
something. I'm
I hope
expecting something.
People are listening. Your friends.
Eh,
Starchisha
indeed.
Mijisho. If you've heard this as a friend, surely, and you don't get her donuts in the next, are you even a friend really?
Do the
Anyway.
need. Do the need.
But I wish I knew. I would have bought you some donuts.
But now
Next
you know.
time. Now I
Yes.
know. Now I know.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Audrey, it was so nice having you on board with us.
great being
I
here.
still can't believe that the podcast is coming to an end. I still have a lot of questions. All right. What would you tell, Audrey in the next 15 years now?
15 years, Audrey, I hope you've built the life that you envisioned that you would build. I hope you're not only building, but I hope you're taking the time to enjoy it. I hope you're traveling a lot. I'm going to look back at this. And if I'm not traveling, I'll just be bawling my eyes out because I always think that's generally one of the things that I really love. And so I hope you're traveling a lot. I hope you're exploring the world. I hope you have meaningful friendships, but beyond that, okay, not beyond that, but like in the same breath, I hope you're succeeding in a way that's fulfilling to you. Not just whatever the world defines as success, but you know what you define as success. And so I hope it's serving that.
Yeah.
And that so many people are learning to love their journeys and embrace their journeys of just the assignment on this earth because of the life you're living. I hope you've not slacked off, Audrey. I hope the world has not shaken you. I think that's what I'd like to say. That I hope you're building something that you're truly fulfilled with that feels true to you. Yeah.
All right. So, what is the one thing that you tell yourself before you get on that big stage or that couch when you're going to share something with us?
I tell myself. I don't think I tell myself anything. I tell God.
Aww.
I'm always like, God, help me
Like
out here.
woman of God.
Help me out here. And it's never anything like, God, deep shabarakada. No, like it's really never that. Like it's always, I'll just be about to sit and I'm just thinking, God, help me out. Help me out here. Speak through me. Allow me not to butcher and say something that will end my career before it begins.
Yeah.
And that's really all I say. I don't think I tell myself anything because
That's
the
a
confidence.
strong prayer with faith, by the
Listen,
way.
it really helps because I think I already have the confidence. I don't think I have to say anything to boost my own confidence. It's more God guide me because maybe this confidence could lead me into problems that I don't want. And so that's always what I tell myself. Like, Lord, help me out here,
Nice.
guide me, speak through me. Don't allow me to say anything that will ruin my career before it begins.
Shine.
Yeah.
Indeed, before
Yeah.
it begins.
Yeah.
This was so fun to shoot, to record. Very educative, very fun, very purposeful, very everything. Oh my God, I feel like I'm going to, to come back to it and watch it each and every single day because, oh my days, I fell in love with it.
I'm so
And
glad.
I know how much, how much excited I was for this. So seeing it come to pass, it really meant a lot to me. So thank you
glad.
so much.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, thank you
This
so
is really exciting. I'm so
much.
glad we actually got this done.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Aw.
Yeah.
And for people who are, who have tuned in, please let me know what you think in the comment section, and please keep on subscribing. If you care, you gotta show that you care. So share with your friends, share with the ones that you love, share, on your platform so that it could help someone who, who needs to hear this. Okay. Yeah, because I believe that this is not something that's staying, on here, but also in the next generations. So it was your host Miritia on Miritia's Mood Board on the Mood Board podcast. Ciao, ciao.
Bye.
Yay.